What's up, everybody? Welcome to Southern Life. We're in Alabama. It's the weekend, and we're in Prattville. Just gonna go for a quick little drive through the city and show you guys what it looks like out here on a Saturday night, a rainy one at that. I hope everybody's having a beautiful day, and I hope you're enjoying life and your weekend. We are doing great. So wait for a few people to sign in real quick, and we'll get this conversation started. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and just let me know what's on you guys' minds for the weekend. We've been doing good, staying busy, working a lot. Make sure you hit the like button. Lets YouTube know we're good. Oh, look, a nice sign there. What's it say, Katie, that sign?
Donate here.
No, the yellow one. What's it say?
Waffle House.
It says now hiring. It says now hiring. There's a lot of now hiring for fast food, but who wants to work fast food jobs? I know I wouldn't. I don't want to work fast food jobs. Oh no, wants me to wear my seatbelt. So yeah, it's a beautiful day here and a nice rainy day. We've had a lot of rain today. I don't know if I'd call it a cold front because it really didn't get all. It's not gonna get cold at all. It's
Okay,
gonna
we
be
got our first comment.
All right, what do we got, Katie?
Jose, what's the biggest difference between Naples and Alabama?
I wouldn't even know where to start. Welcome, AJ. Yeah, I wouldn't even know where to start to compare the two places. There's so many differences. I think overall the biggest difference is the weather. Like the most notable. I just created a whole new word, notable. No, I think the biggest difference between these, that's a good question. The biggest difference would be the weather, I think. And then the people are definitely different. The people here are more country, and then the people in Naples are more city people. People over there are affluent. People here are just kind of normal. Those are probably the biggest differences. The people and the weather. Everything's different. I mean, like, I think every state is kind of like its own country,
Eileen.
Every state's got, like, it's so much things going on. I bet you don't miss the traffic. Oh, no, look at this. On Pine Ridge Road. Oh, no, don't mention Pine Ridge Road.
We avoided it.
Even when I lived in Naples, I couldn't do Pine Ridge Road. Pine Ridge Road is something else. Yeah, buddy. What's up, y'all? Welcome on board. We're doing good. I mean, like, today I worked in the rain. Like, I woke up at 6:30 in the morning, and I had a customer who needed a job, and I wasn't really up for it because it was raining. But then the customer was like, show up. And I was like, for real? And then I showed up, and he didn't realize it was raining. It's really pleasant to work for people in Alabama because, like, I feel like it's actually enjoyable to work for people here. Like, I think working is a whole different experience here. You do have to your prices can't be ridiculous, but they're not bad either,
Any plans to sell merchandise? T-shirts, hoodies?
Yeah, the problem with can I be honest with merchandise? Here, this is one of the few businesses that has closed. There's a few restaurants that closed in this county. Mom and pop places that just couldn't make it through. I mean, they must have been doing bad to begin with. People really support their small business out here. They really are about it. Best Buy closed here. So if we want a Best Buy, we have to run into Montgomery, which kind of doesn't make sense. You'd think here in Prattville, Best Buy would make money because it's very suburban, but it didn't.
Yeah.
Something about it. And then there's a Publix.
Yeah, I heard why.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you want me to say it.
Why did you hear why it closed?
They couldn't, like, the staff problems.
Oh, staffing. Yeah, staffing is definitely they couldn't find reliable staff. Yeah, people here just don't want to work.
Like, I read the reviews, and it was, like, rude and...
Yeah, this car's been here for a while.
Hi, Robbie. We're doing good.
This is the Publix. It's already closed, obviously. This car's been there for a while. It might just be eating something.
Yeah. One thing I do like about here in Alabama that I've noticed is over there, you can kind of see it, how the parking spot for the handicap, where they can get in and out, whereas, the regular ones, it's kind of hard for them to get in and out always because there's cars there.
Good point. Yeah, I've noticed that as well. I think working is a different experience for a fact here. One of the things that I like about working in Alabama is it's more enjoyable to work for people. Like here, you feel like you're actually needed. You feel like somebody needs your service. Mm-hmm. You need their money. They need your service. And the people are very enjoyable to work with. What did the cops say at Lowe's? The cops did not interact with me, but they were called out, I believe, but they didn't interact with me, and so probably they just showed up. They called and said, "Hey, just do a round in the parking lot real quick or something." I'll show you guys all the businesses we have here in Prattville. It's quite a bit here in Prattville as far as shopping. It has everything you need in one. There's a Marshalls, not a TJ Maxx, I believe. Marshalls and TJ Maxx are the same company. Well, anyways, I think with working, it's very enjoyable to work for people here. I've enjoyed working for people. That's probably the thing that I enjoy the most is working here. Today was raining, and I went out to Wetumpka, and in Wetumpka there was a customer who needed a fence removed, and I did that for him in the rain. He couldn't believe I was actually out there in the rain, but I was like, "Yeah, man, I'm from Florida, man. We work in the rain. I'm not scared of a little bit of rain. I am definitely not scared of some rain. Rain does not intimidate me." So, in a massive downpour, I was out there. In a downpour, pretty much. Just took down the fence. I don't know if you've ever seen these things. It's called a T-post remover. Has anybody heard of these things? I hadn't heard of it. My customer was impressed with them. Here they put these fences that they kind of hammer them into the ground. It looks like an upside-down fishing hook. And I took those down. And but it's very enjoyable to work for people here, I would say. For one, people, they're not jerks. They're not snobs. So you feel like you're just working for regular people. And that's always enjoyable. Working for regular people, People that are... There's a lot of people here making it. And I worked... And then from that job site, I went down to the scrapyard, and the scrapyard didn't accept the metal that I had, so that was a bummer. And then I did another job. I went up to this neighborhood. Now, this was like a dirt road up a mountain. I didn't know. I thought I was gonna get stuck. I was scared. It was raining. It's on a dirt road up a mountain, and I went in for a small job. It was a really small job. It was like a 3-item pickup that was already outside. It was like a $60 job.
Nashby says, "How do most of them make a living?"
Around here? I'll tell you how people make a living here. For one, a lot of people... Let me finish my first thought, and then we'll get into that. Overall, went in there, it was a small job. And that small job kind of escalated into a much bigger job. I ended up starting with... We'll get into Mississippi later. I have a feeling that Alabama's a whole lot better than Mississippi, though. I'm not really sure about that, but I'll eventually run into Mississippi and find out. But I got a real distinct feeling Alabama might be a whole lot better. We'll get into Mississippi. Last time I was in Mississippi, it was horrible. But that was about 4 years ago, so it might have gotten better. Things do change quickly in the South.
We didn't really explore Mississippi too much.
We got off at a gas station and we're like terrified.
But we were in Biloxi.
Yeah, it was horrible. The people that I work for, how do they make a living? I've worked for regular people, believe it or not. Just regular people. I mean, a lot of people here, they're closing out the store. That's Ross, dress for less and look, dress like less. What's their slogan?
Dress for less.
Dress for less and look like less. There's Target. Is this Target? Yeah.
Rack Room Shoes.
Rack Room Shoes, Target. Notice how they turn off the lights in the parking lot at night. That's interesting. That's an interesting money-saving little detail there. So, yeah, dress for less, look like less. Yeah, sure is. When you wear some Ross clothes, you start looking all trashy. Start looking like you just got out of prison. No, most people that I've worked for are normal people. Like, just like...
TJ Maxx.
Like, here's TJ Maxx. Like, normal people here. The thing that surprised me the most about Alabama is how, like, straight up normal people will be living in decent houses.
This store right here, Kirkland's.
Kirkland's.
Yeah.
Nice. What's this one called? A sports
store.
See, that they gotta put metal bars on the windows for that one.
Yeah.
I like TJ Maxx. They're alright. They don't carry a lot of big people clothes. That's what kind of angers me about TJ Maxx.
I like Ross, but I haven't been able to find anything lately.
See, they got metal bars on the windows for this one. But I mean, they got the type of stuff somebody would want to go in there and take. Mm-hmm. That's an interesting detail. So here's Office Depot. I think I'm gonna find this is very well lit, very open. I'm gonna show for a little bit. Books a Million, PetSmart. It's just like this is just like Fort Myers or Prattville's like Fort Myers. I said it's got like everything you need. You know, you got a Home Depot over here.
There used to
Lots
be
of Mexican
Bucks a
restaurants.
Million in Naples.
They
and
closed. Yep, they
and
closed
it's
that
open
one.
Here.
Yep. I think Best Buy is really the only company that I've seen around here that's closed, like significant. That's it is very suburban here. Prattville is very suburban.
We got Home Depot.
Yeah, and I haven't really had time to explore all these businesses. I've been super busy. Oh, let me finish my story, y'all.
Is there a Costco near you?
Is there? I think there is, right? For sure, Montgomery.
Yeah, I think it's more toward Montgomery.
So here's the Home Depot. Look, they leave their grills outside, and yeah, they just have that little chain to hold them. But anyways, I'm just surprised at how relaxed they are about stuff here. Like in Florida, you don't want to leave stuff outside the Home Depot at night. I don't think they can do that in Florida in a lot of places, even with the chain. Like once in a while, you'll see something that's not chained in, you know. And
it's in Montgomery.
It's Montgomery. Look, these tractors, they're chained in, right? But all you gotta do is cut the way they chain them in. You just, I don't know. It just blows my mind how nobody steals these things.
Like compared to Florida?
It's the same. It's the same. Groceries are the same. Restaurants are cheaper. Oh, look at the houses I wanted to show people. Remember these things?
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm so glad we're here. I want to show you guys this.
That's the one I want right there.
I want that so bad for my house.
This 2-story.
I've considered like financing one of these things. I'll show you guys these things.
How much do they cost?
$17,000.
Wow.
There's a smaller one that's $12,000. I want to show you guys these things. And if anybody pulls up with something stupid, we're ready to go. Got it on me right. In fact, it's in there. All right, cool. So, anyways, check this out. This is Home Depot. Home Depot. The first one could be a tiny house. It is, and I've been inside of it. You can go inside of it, except for it's probably too dark in there. There's probably security here. There they come. There's a security guard right there. So they're gonna pull up right now. There's security here. Either that or it's just somebody driving around in a golf cart. There's a golf cart over there. Well, anyways, this is a tiny house. I think it's $17,000. I want to get this from my backyard so bad. You couldn't make this thing for $17,000. It's a tiny house. I want one from my backyard. Put it up on top of the hill. And here you don't even need to pull permits. It doesn't say the price. This is a 16 by 20. I believe it's about $17,000, and they will finance it. Tough Shed does do financing, and I think they'll deliver it and everything. Usually shed prices means delivered. So loan amount. So look at their monthly payments. You would probably pay like $400 a month for something. I would do this and put it back in my backyard up on the hill. I've really been thinking about it. $17,000. How would I use it? I would use it as a storage shed initially, and then eventually I would turn it into a little, as I find materials from job sites, I wouldn't even have to buy the materials. Eventually, I would, it's about $17,000. I would use it initially as a storage, and then over time I would start fixing it up. And it's got 2 stories. I've been inside of it. It's probably open right now. In fact, in Florida, I worked at a shed place, and for a fact, you had to close the sheds because at night the homeless people would go inside and sleep in them. So, and in the morning, it was actually pretty scary to go in the sheds in the morning because there's always a possibility. I never really had. I'm sure it's open. Yeah, it's open. Yo, anybody in here? Nobody's in here. Cool. Nobody's in here. It's open. So let me just get out. It's creepy to be inside of a storage building at night. Okay. So anyways, overall, I definitely want one. Look at the kitty. There's a lot of cats here for some reason. All the shopping centers are packed with cats. See how I'll show you a few things around here before we roll up out here. Well, anyways, I want this so bad. It's $17,000. Thinking about financing it, and eventually it would be like a second house because it's big enough to live. Like you got 2 stories, you got a staircase on that side, and it's really small. It has a small footprint, so it's something that I could just pop into my backyard and really, between the trees and just have like a little cabin out in the woods, and eventually, I'd rent it out. There's a little baby cat right there. But what surprises me, like when I lived in Florida, we had to lock up the sheds at night. There's no way you were going to leave the sheds open at night because you'd have homeless people sleep in them. It was always scary as a car pulling out. Let me just back up real quick. So I'm always been surprised at how here they leave stuff outside the stores at night. And in Florida, where I was, they would just steal everything. Gosh. Even like there's a hardware store. And that hardware store where we were, they where we are now, the hardware store, they have a side door, and the side door doesn't have a register, where somebody could just walk into the store and then walk out the side door with something, and there's no register, nobody there. It would be really easy for somebody to walk out and steal something. That always blows my mind. I saw a guy at that hardware store who he also left his car running. You know, he's an elderly guy, and he left his car running while he was at the hardware store, and like just left his car running just like that. So of course Katie's in there, but he left his car running at the hardware store and walked into the hardware store. And it just blew my mind. I was like, dude, in Florida, that car would be gone in a heartbeat. So it's been it's been very interesting watching how people here are more trustworthy. Like, people here will pay you for a job before you finish it. That's always odd. In Florida, you do not want to give somebody money until they're done. You know, like, in here, people will pay you for a job. Like the guy today, the reason I went and worked in the rain was because the guy already gave me the money before I finished the job. Like, I was like, here's the money. I was like, I'm not even done yet. And the guy gave me the money, so that's why I kind of went out and I finished the job in the rain. I don't like to work in the rain, but I finished the job in the rain because, you know, I was already paid for it. So people here will pay you for the job before you finish it. That's always odd. People here seem more trusting. I don't know why. People here are more trusting. I was, so people ask me, what type of people am I working for? For the most part, it seems like they're very normal people. It feels like I'm working for, like, normal people here have good houses and good stuff, you know? Back in Florida, if you're working on a nice house, it's usually somebody who, you know, like a realtor or somebody who's retired. But here it seems like you could actually end up working for, like, a guy that works at a grocery store, you know what I mean? And the guy will have a decent car and stuff, because life is more affordable. I was in a neighborhood today. I kind of skipped back in between stories. So this neighborhood I went in today, I went in to do one job. It was a $60 job. I ended up doing $160, and I got good stuff. I got some tin metal that I'm going to be able to use on my property for. I'm building a deer stand before November 16th, 15th, hopefully. I don't even see how I want to meet that deadline, because I'm working for so many other people. I haven't been able to do my jobs. Like, I have things that I want to do for me, and I haven't been able to focus on my projects because I've been so busy helping other people with their projects. So it seems like I've really been struggling to finish my own projects because I'm so tied up with other people's projects. So that's been a little bit disappointing about having so much work, is that, like, there's things that I want to do for me. Like, it's not just for other people. There's a Hobby Lobby back there, an Academy. I believe Academy's kind of like, look, there's a shopping center back there with, like, I want to get back there. How do you get back there? Is there a way to get back there? You see where the Christmas lights are? What is back there? I want to check it out. How do you get into the shopping plaza? I want to get back there. There's a big shopping plaza. Well, I don't know what they do for a living. I've worked for store owners, small business owners. Seems like a lot of retired people, a lot of military people here. That's a fact. I don't know where we're going. I saw, this is definitely not the same entrance.
No, this is like a
gated community. Is it really gated, or, like, a lot of communities here look like they're gated, but then, like, they're not really gated. Syracuse in the house. This is called Home Place. How do we get into that shopping center over there? I want to go check it out. Where the Academy is. Seems like there's, like, a really nice restaurant or something in the back of that. Very nicely landscaped. Let's get back over there.
Right here.
Could that be it? No, there's nothing back here. Maybe there is a road back there. I don't know. Oh, this seems like an empty parking lot. Okay, we're in an empty parking lot. Oh, this would be a fun place to do something illegal. Just an empty parking lot. Yep, an empty parking lot. That's the type of place where you can get in trouble. What are y'all doing this late? We're just driving around. Yeah, there's the Maxwell Air Force Base. A lot of people are employed there. I'm not sure how that works, but it seems like they get paid fairly decently.
Do a burnout?
Do a burnout? No, I'm not trying to mess up. I'm trying to keep this car. All right, let's do it. No, I'm just playing. Yeah. No, not with this camera in my hand. I need both hands for that. Yeah, no, I'm trying to take care of this car. Actually, it's only got 114,000 miles, so I'm really trying to take care of this thing. I'm trying to just treat it right, you know what I mean? For real, it snowed in May this year. When I hit out in Prattville, see what's going on in downtown Prattville? There might be people hanging out. What is it, Friday, Saturday night?
Yeah.
Yeah, there might be people hanging out downtown Prattville. Well, anyways, it seems I'm just working for like regular people for the most part. Regular folks. Which is surprising. But I went back into the street, and I was just gonna do a $60 job. It wasn't much, but then what I've noticed about Alabama is usually your neighbors are family. A lot of people that I've worked for already, like, I guess like a lot of people inherit land. Like, their grandparents had 100 acres, so like each kid got 10 acres, and then now those kids are breaking it down into 2-acre plots for their kids or something. So you don't need a building permit here to build anything. No inspections, no permits, unless you're within city limits. And a lot of people are not within city limits. So what I've noticed here is like I was on the street, up a dirt road, and up in the mountains. It was raining up in the dirt road. I don't even know how I made it through there without getting stuck. But anyways, like you see like an old, at first like it was a really long road. So at first it was all beat up trailers, and then I started to notice, man, they're building big giant houses on a dirt road up a mountain. Like it looks like it's a bunch of mobile homes when you enter the street, but you go back in there and they're building some massive new houses. And here you don't need a building permit. So like what happened here in Alabama, like it used to be a lot of trailers here, mobile homes. But what happens is, let's say it's your own mobile home, you pay it off. Okay, so now you own the land, you pay very little property taxes, and you have this old mobile home from like the 60s or 70s or something. It's raining in Prattville, so I'm gonna guess it might be dead in Prattville. Might have been better off. Is this McQueen?
Yeah.
Let's take McQueen real quick. Let's go north. I think I'm gonna bypass going into Prattville because it's raining towards Prattville. Let's get back over to Millbrook. So, it seems like for the most part, a lot of people are working on fixing up their, like they'll buy an old mobile home and they'll live in the mobile home. And while they're living in the mobile home, then they'll start building a house. So a neighborhood that is all mobile homes 20 years ago, now it's like half houses, half mobile homes. And because you don't need a permit to build, you can just, let's say you have a mobile home on an acre.
Hi, Empress.
Welcome on board, Empress. All the usual people, welcome on board. How far are you from Eufaula? Hour and a half. That's to the southeast of us. We've been through Eufaula. We went through Clayton, or Clanton. Clayton or Clayton? I don't know about Clayton. We've been to Clanton, and that's basically, well, the name says it all, Clantown. Just playing, y'all. I'm just playing. Oh, that guy's walking by the side of the road in the dark. Interesting. In the rain, that's gotta suck.
They'll do that around.
Yeah. So this is McQueen Road. This is all cotton fields, and little by little the cotton fields are disappearing, and they're turning into developments. Oh, this is a beautiful mansion back there. So on this side there's a mansion, like pretty much a mansion back there. You can see the tower. There's this really old, like, I don't know what type of tower it is, but it's like an old tower. And then there's like a mansion right next to it. I mean like a really old mansion, like probably like from the 1800s, and then like Victorian style mansion. And there it is. There's an entrance to it. It's massive. I've had a massive migraine today and headache. I haven't been feeling too good. I worked in the rain. That sucked.
How far are you from Demopolis?
Demopolis is exactly 2 hours. We're an hour from Selma, and Demopolis is another hour past Selma. We almost went there last week, but I've been feeling sick and crappy, so I've just been like, I don't want to drive that far. Especially like up and down hilly roads, you get so sick. But we're gonna go to Demopolis soon. I hear it's in really bad shape from what I own.
What is happening, Buddy? And Steve Owner Mansion.
Yeah, they were plantations. Is probably the correct term. Is probably plantations. Mm-hmm. There were a lot of plantations here, and they're massive. I mean, they're 100-acre plots of land with an old mansion, and they'll have a few little cabins in the back. Yeah, there are lots of that stuff.
Hi, Crystal.
In fact, there's one right now. I think it's on 100 acres. It's in Millbrook, and it's on the marketplace for $1.2 million. So if you want to look at, and these are houses from like the 1800s and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's a lot of like old. They're out in the woods usually. They're not in the city limits. Those weren't like in town. Those were further out. So you'll be out in the middle of nowhere. And here's this like mansion from the like people forget that Alabama and Mississippi were in their day. You know, in their day, this was the richest place in the world. Mississippi and Alabama was the wealthiest place in the world in the 1800s. And that wealth was mostly in land. And people are inheriting a lot of land around here. I guess this is Palm Beach 10. Mexico Típico is pretty good. Are they open this late? Not that I'm hungry. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, they're open.
They're open this late? They're really good. Mexico Típico. They got the Alabama Bud Light sign. They're closed already. They're pretty good. Lots of Mexican restaurants. Auténtico Restaurante Mexicano.
Bubble tea next door.
What's that? Vietnamese?
We had bubble tea. Yeah.
Look at this. La Taste. Vietnamese cuisine. There's a Vietnamese restaurant, a Mexican
we'll have
restaurant.
To go check it out.
So there's a lot of. Sadly, there's not enough Latin restaurants. These people are just hanging out here. They're just hanging out in this little thing. This is a lady with blue hair. Yeah. I have seen a lot of people with blue hair here.
Yeah.
For some reason, there's a lot of blue-haired people. Cash Advance America. Oh, I hate that company. Here's two companies I hate: H&R Block and Cash Advance.
I don't mind H&R Block. They usually do us right.
Yeah, they do us right. You're right. They do us. The Jackson Clinic. It's like not open. No, it's just a new business. Urgent care. There's a lot of businesses here. It's like the suburbs. You got everything you need, man. How are you gonna post another cooking video? We have been so busy. We haven't really. Oh look! Oh, can I? Oh look! Here we go! Here we go!
Oh, cool.
Sweet. There's like a little Yukon gathering. I wonder if they'll let me go on live. Let me ask these guys. If they'll let me show off real quick. Let me see if I can show them. Let me ask him. Oh snap, y'all! Let me ask him. What's up, y'all? Hey yo, I'm doing a live stream. Can I show the trucks real quick? I'm doing a live stream. Can I show the trucks real quick? All right, bro. Appreciate it, man. So let me show y'all how we do it here in Alabama, y'all. Let me show you how we do this down here in Alabama. They do these. This is pretty much not just Alabama, like North Florida. They do this. Southern, yeah, they do these. They're called squatted trucks. What's up, y'all? What's good, man? This is squatted trucks. They do this here in the South. You don't see this anywhere else, but they drop the trucks and they do like squats. So that's one right there. That's how they do it here in the South. You know, you just hang out in the parking lot. That's bad. That's a lot of work right there. Some of those suspensions are a lot of money, but that's how they do it here. Tahoes and Yukons, baby. You know, Chevys and Yukons. Lights in the wheels and all. Toyotas too. They got some Toyotas, some Chevys. Yep, that's how we do it in the South, y'all. That's how they do it down here. Lights in them, Toyotas. Nice stuff, yep. A lot of people don't like the squatted trucks. People talk down on it, but South Carolina squat, yeah. Just doing a live stream, y'all. But that's how they do it, man. That's the South right there. You see that all over. North Florida, they do it a lot too. You see in North Florida, you know. But I would do it to my Yukon, but I'd be spending like $5 or $6 grand just on the lift. But that's the South, y'all. I mean, yo, what's good, man? Let me beat the box. Sure, man. Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead, man. I got 51 people watching on a YouTube live stream. Yeah, man. That's how we do it here in the South, man. Alabama, Florida. Yeah. That's sweet, man. What's up, bro? Oh, you got backdrop. There you go, man. That thing's sweet. Yeah, man. Hey, that thing loud, man. Dang. Sweet, y'all. I'm out, man. Y'all have a good night, man. Y'all have a good night, man. We're out, y'all. But that's sweet, man. That's what I gotta do to my Yukon. I got lifted up. But then I want to get a I almost bought a lifted truck when I got this one, but the guy, he wouldn't let go of the price. He was asking like, dude was asking like, what was he asking? $13,000, and he wouldn't drop the price, man. Yeah. I almost bought it was a white Silverado. This guy had what's the brand? McCarthy. I can't remember the brand, but it was like one of the best lifts you could get. Ooh, I got a headache off that. That was loud. So yeah, that's what kids do here. Just hang out. In Florida, they couldn't do that. the cops would come and say they're loitering. But
Yeah.
here, I mean, they're not with that garbage. Florida, man, they kill all the fun. Oh, here's the other thing about Florida. If a bunch of kids get together in a parking lot, hanging out with their trucks and everything, somebody would get stabbed or shot or who knows what. That's the other thing about Florida. Like, you can't do anything in Florida because somebody will. Like, I went to car meets in Florida on the weekends. Somebody would pull out a gun, start shooting, or somebody would get into a fight, or you couldn't really do anything. Like here, the kids really do. They're able to have fun. They're able to get together, have their little car meets, whatever. You know where else they do that? The squat thing. They do that in Gainesville, Florida. Remember when we were in Alachua in Florida? So we're coming back. Where were we coming back from? Jacksonville, or was it? Where were we coming back from?
We were doing some kind of loop. We come back from Keystone.
Yeah, we were in Keystone. That was the Keystone trip. Yeah. When we went to Denell, we were up in Alachua, Florida, and it was like 10 o'clock at night, and there was like, what was it, like a Chick-fil-A or something? It was like a Chick-fil-A parking lot, and there was like 20 of these alien-looking trucks all squatted, squatted trucks. I think we're heading back into Prattville. I don't know why I drove back to Prattville, but I did. There might be people hanging out downtown. It's not raining too bad. A little rain's not going to ruin the weekend. But we're heading back into Prattville, I guess. Your Florida is overregulated. In Florida, you can't do anything. But then again, there's a reason why you can't do anything, because somebody will mess it up.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody will mess it up. Believe that about Florida. Car meets. Here, there's car meets. In North Florida, there's car meets, actually. In Denellen, there's car meets, and they're antique car meets and stuff. In Fort Myers or Lehigh, there can't be a car meet without somebody getting arrested or something. So in like South Florida, the police, they're really like aggressively patrol against car meets. But they'll say they're loitering or whatever. So like, it seems like the police here doesn't like patrol. I get what he said. It's called beat the box. It's where you kind of rev it really loud.
Yeah.
Cool, man. It's just young kids having a good time, man, enjoying life. They're not looking for any trouble. But in Florida, the cops will shut that down in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
In South Florida, let me mention that, because in North Florida, you'll see all types of car meets in North Florida. Like I was in Alachua, Florida, bunch of kids, and they had like $50,000-$60,000 trucks each. I mean, they really had some money into them. You know what I mean? And also, people here are very approachable when I do my live streams. Everywhere I go. If you say to somebody, hey, I'm on a live stream, though, like even when I'm in Montgomery at night, wherever, people are very approachable on the live stream. So now we're heading into.
That's what it is.
Old people complain. Yep, exactly. Old farts complain, so young people can't do anything. Here, you can do whatever you want, man. Like, there's too many people that complain. Here, complaining is not cool here, by the way. Like in Florida, they'll call the cops. The music is too loud. They're playing music too loud. Officer, there's a suspicious person in their car. You know what I mean? All that garbage. Now, we don't do that here, man. When I moved into my neighborhood, I got the rundown. My neighbors told me, you don't call the cops around here for nothing, Florida boy. This ain't Florida. You don't call them cops. By the way, I need to take some accent classes. My accent is so horrible. Everywhere I go, the first thing people say is, you ain't really from around here, are you? I'm like, I'm trying to talk in a redneck accent. They're like, it ain't working. What type of redneck are you? Like they don't, like, we ain't never seen this type of redneck. Where are we? Oh, we're supposed to turn that way. We're not on Main Street. I'm lost. There's a Little Caesars over. We're somewhere in Prattville. What do you see?
Rite Aid.
Oh, really?
It's locked out.
Yeah.
So it closed.
It closed. There's a bunch of businesses over there. There's
Church's Chicken over
tobacco. There's a Church's Chicken over there?
Yeah.
We haven't tried Church's Chicken yet. We tried Popeyes, but they're good. Popeyes is good. Their customer service sucks. They're like, you pull up to the machine like, what you want? I'm like, excuse you? Like, and about like fast food here in Alabama is like so reckless. Except for Cookout, they really got a good. Yeah. That's why Cookout is always packed.
Yeah.
You notice how Cookout they're.
That's a place that we have here. They're putting it in Millbrook. It's called Eliano's. It's a coffee place. We're gonna try that soon.
Yeah, Wingstown. So I guess where are we going? I think we were supposed to go south to get. You can still get into town. Here's a Winn-Dixie. It's starting to rain, y'all. There's another Winn-Dixie.
Yeah.
So Prattville's got everything you need. Let's chill here for a little bit. Let's see what's going on in this parking lot here.
We have a Los Mayas out here.
We should have done.
Oh
my gosh, we should have done this. Never crossed my mind. It's so cool.
We can still do that.
We can still do it. We gotta try. Worst market ever. Pizza. Is only Pizza Hut the only place to deliver it now here? Is there Domino's or something else?
Yeah, there's pizza that'll deliver.
Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut closed in Bonita and in Naples.
Yeah.
I think they just now reopened it.
Pizza Hut is the one that delivers to our house.
Yeah. Yeah, but they closed both. Like the one in Bonita went out, and the one in downtown Naples went out. Mm-hmm. You know, Las Mayas, another Mexican restaurant. Where's this one at? Yeah, you know San Marcos. They're a chain too. Yeah. There's a lot of like chain restaurants in Alabama. There's Los Albang. They're everywhere pretty much. So where's this little Maya? Let me stop real quick. There's nobody out here. We'll be alright.
Right there.
It's kind of raining a little bit. It's not raining too bad. Let me just put my hoodie on. Night, AJ. Take care, y'all. Have a good night, y'all. AJ, if you're checking out. But anyways, there's Los Mayas Mexican restaurant. They're everywhere. I've seen a lot of these guys. There's also San Marcos. Seems like there's several of them. Los Albang. So there's a lot of these Mexican restaurants that are just all over Alabama, and they're really, really good. And the prices are like incredible. Groceries cost about the same as Florida, but it seems, and actually in Florida you can get better stuff. It seems like in Florida, the quality of the groceries are better, which makes no sense to me because it's further away from the food chain, but not like that here in upstate New York either. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sick of cold. I just want to be in Florida. Wonder anything but the snow. Yeah, I've loved the weather here in Alabama. It's been really great. It seems like the weather here has been better than Florida for me. Florida's just too hot and humid. Alabama seems like it's just. We'll find out how the winter treats me. Eventually, we will find out how the winter treats me. You know. Is that a cop? No, not a cop. Not a cop. So we'll find out how the winter treats me. Let me go through some of these comments real quick. Let me just show here for a minute and read, see what you guys are up to. Yeah, I think overall with the weather, Florida's, to me, it's too hot. South Florida. North Florida's a little bit more endurable. I think Jacksonville's going to be a popping place in the future.
It is. It's growing.
It's growing. I think Jacksonville. We almost did Jacksonville, but I got mad because like the house that I wanted in Jacksonville, they were asking $65,000, right? Or $75,000.
65.
65,000, and this house had been in the market for months, and it was in the hood. I'm not afraid of the hood, so I would have moved right into the hood. It'd have been right for me. And what happened was, I'm glad we didn't end up in the hood. Yeah. I'm too paranoid to live in the hood, so I don't mind it, but I'm always paranoid. You know, I'm looking, what do they call it here? Looking for the porch monkeys. Is that what they call it here in Alabama? Like when people are meffed out, they're just like looking through the blinds, trying to see what's out there. But does Jacksonville have a lot of crime? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jacksonville, that's the biggest concern you're going to have with considering Jacksonville will be crime. That's probably the one negative thing about Jacksonville is going to be crime. If you're thinking about Jacksonville, you will deal with crime, and it's spread out through the whole city. In the south, the east, the west. And people are really proud of their... Not only is there a lot of crime, apparently they're proud of their crime. I mean, I got a YouTube video where I did the hoods in Jacksonville. People be like, yeah, man, we're the murder capital of the world, man. We really killing people. I'm like, why are you proud of that? That's not... You're not supposed to be proud of that.
Yeah.
So not only is there a lot of crime, but then they're actually proud that there's a lot of crime. By the way, I have no idea where we're going. I know we're somewhere in Prattville. That's about it. We're somewhere in Oh, here we go. That's the bridge. So we're heading into town now. Mm-hmm. That's cool. We're heading into town. All right.
Yeah, we wanted to stay in Florida. It's just the real estate wasn't working for us.
The real estate situation is really what kept us out. Like, we needed a deal. And also, I wanted to be adventurous. And I felt like staying in Florida wasn't adventurous to me.
Yeah.
It seemed like staying in Florida was like... Safe. You know, we wanted an adventure. We wanted to just go far and just do something crazy with our lives. And it's been great. I mean, change is a good thing for anybody. So if you're like in the Northeast, you come to the South, change is good. I think a lot of times we're supposed to expand our culture most people contract into their culture. You know what I mean? Like if you're from New York, you're only gonna move into Florida. You won't consider Georgia or Alabama. Oh, you know what I mean? Like that's backwards. You know, like, and people here vice versa. So I think a lot of times people contract into their culture, and that's never a good thing. You need to expand and learn more. And I feel like a lot of times, like, oh, here's another thing. Let me give you guys an update on this. We're in Prattville. We're just about to pull into town. So Jacksonville is a nice city. I think it's got a lot of potential. I think Jacksonville's got more potential than any other city, especially now that people are leaving bigger areas. The thing about Jacksonville is crime. It is so ghetto. It's so hood, and there's actual crackheads. Now, you don't have actual crackheads in other parts. Like in Jacksonville, like you have crack babies. You know, you can just by looking at them, you can tell they were born from. You know, it's so weird. Like you can just see somebody, and you can tell that's what they are. You know, you'll see that you don't see that everywhere in Florida. You'll see it in Jacksonville. It's just generations that grew up in poverty and crime. It's pretty bad. And it's anywhere in Jacksonville. You can get it anywhere. So this is downtown Praville. It looks like they're putting up some lights. I'm not feeling too good today. I got a migraine. I had to work in the... my body really struggles to deal... I'm surprised how many people are here at night. My body's really struggling to deal with the temperature change. I think is why I'm getting migraines and headaches.
Yeah, they're decorating.
They're decorating for sure. Yeah, they're decorating.
They're decorating for the holiday next week.
For the holidays.
Yeah.
So there's a lot going on as far as downtown today. You want to leave the car on or turn it off?
Yeah.
Leave it on. Okay. Oh, I got a really horrible migraine. You know, I don't know if it's because I worked in the rain or because it's been cold or what. Let me find a little area to show here. Is that lights on top of hay? That looks like it would be a fire hazard, wouldn't it? Wouldn't you think that's a fire hazard? I think it would be. So we're in Prattville, Alabama. I'm going to show right here for a little bit. Prattville, oh, I'm getting rained on. Let me find a spot where I'm kind of dry. Oh, let's find a dry spot here, guys. Here we go. Smart Skin Saloon or Salon. I don't know the difference. That's how dumb I am. All right, so downtown Prattville. I'm actually surprised there's people here. There's a few cars here and there. This is the historic center, so you guys notice how the town has a business center and then it has a historic center. So about 50,000 people. It's a really decent-sized town. It's nothing near as nice as Auburn, let's say. You know, Auburn's very young, hip, active. Auburn's almost like a little Key West, the way I would describe Auburn. You know what I mean? It's much more beautiful businesses in here. Look at how nicely decorated everything is. So this is downtown Prattville. We got some rain coming in, but there's still a few cars coming in and out of town. Maybe I didn't drink enough water. That might be it, man. I feel horrible. You're probably right. That's probably what it is. Yep. I haven't drank enough water. Yep, that's probably why I feel like this. I got a sweet tea in the car. Oh, I love small towns when it rains, man. It's beautiful. You know, it really is beautiful out here. Nobody out. There's always people out and about here in the weekends. You know, people have been telling me, you know, isn't it boring living in a small town? And I'll say this, yes, it is boring. And that's why I'm getting to the money. Because I'm not like, there isn't really so much stuff to do. So like, I'm working till I can't even move anymore. So yeah, it definitely is beautiful here. Small town. Small town on a rainy day, nothing like it. Beautiful, beautiful time to be out. Winter crowds. I'm not sure if there's winter crowds here. I don't know how it gets here. We'll find out. Maybe people from up north come to Alabama too. I'm not sure. But we'll find out eventually. Very nice. There's nothing like small town USA. And this is kind of like suburban small town, so it's perfect. It's got... Makes me remember my birth town, Camagüey. You're cute. You're from Camagüey too? I'm from Camagüey, bro. Yeah, this is kind of like Camagüey. I can kind of see it. I was born in a neighborhood called La Vigía, which is on the north side of Camagüey, between La Vigía and La Guernica. I mean, I was in La Vigía, but I was right next to La Guernica, which is more hood. Very hood, actually. My house was the last house within the grid pattern. And from my house forward, it was outside the grid pattern, so... I lived in the hood in Cuba too. So, not sure what this thing is. It's like a giant. Oh, look at the cotton, y'all. So here's a big bale of cotton. Lots of cotton around the city, and little by little, the cotton they're starting to take out the cotton and put in development. So it's changing. Venice is a nice little town in Florida. I like Venice. Calle de Esquina 6. Wow, bro. ¿En qué barrio es eso? What neighborhood? And I don't know. I knew I was in Camino de las Matanzas y el Callejón de Guayabo. That's the intersection that I was on. Lagosnica. You're from Lagosnica? For real, bro? Oh, man. We're family, brother. Manzano from Lagosnica. So you should know los Ochoas. That's how my people. If you're from Lagosnica, you know my brothers. Los otros somos los 24, los locos, los Ochoa, los peliblancos. You know if you're from Lagosnica, you know my family, bro. No way, that's us, bro. Los Ochoa, los 24, los locos. Los locos, what they used to call my family in Cuba. Los locos, los Ochoa. You should know Jose Ochoa. He had a tractor. That's my uncle. Valdespino. Los Valdespino. Okay, bro. I'll ask my dad when I talk to him next time. Valdespino. Yeah, so if you're from that neighborhood, you'll know. If you're from Lagosnica, you'll know my family. My grandma Ramona Mella, she lived in Lagosnica, my grandma. She's not from there. She's from Banes, Holguín, but she grew up. No, my grandma passed away. Ask your mother. She'll know my family for sure, yeah. If your mother's still... My grandma passed away. The founder of the neighborhood. Ramona Mella. She was my grandma. And she was from Lagosnica. My family that lived in Lagosnica, they were very... Yeah, I know Lagosnica. That's a hood right there, bro. That neighborhood is... That's a bad neighborhood, my brother. That's like barriecito de Lagosnica, eso caliente. Lagosnica is bad. You know who else is from there? My uncle, married to my aunt, is from there. They brought the land to DuPont, yeah. My uncle Daniel, he lives in Naples too. He lives in Naples, Florida. He's from Lagosnica. So did you ever have pigeons when you lived there? When you lived in Lagosnica? ¿Tú tenías paloma en Lagosnica? ¿No tuviste paloma mensajera? Before the revolution, DuPont owned it. That's interesting. Yeah. But it's kind of raining. Not bad to be out. We got 60 people on here, y'all. Small town. Let me see if I can make it around the corner. So, how are they going? Where are you tonight? We're in Prattville tonight. I never belonged to the club. Oh, cool. But yeah, my brothers did. Well, they didn't. They dreamed about it. They were associates. Excuse me. Oh, it's raining that way. I'm gonna turn around. I ain't going in the rain. No way, y'all. No way am I getting rain on right now. It's starting to pour pretty good, so we'll keep it this way. So she's chilling here in downtown Prattville, the historic center of town, founded by Daniel Pratt. The key thing about this town is right back. By the way, if you're not subscribed, yeah, they would always be stealing them from each other. I know that. Broncas tras otra. I know, bro. The pigeon thing in Cuba, there would be a lot of fights. Right behind this building is the Daniel Pratt gin factory. In fact, you can just see the roof off it right there. It was built in the 1800s, and it was a factory that built... Matter of fact, it stopped raining for 1 second. Let me try to get over there. Let me try to make it over there. The waterfall might be running really... There's a waterfall there. Oh, the water's running really fast because it's raining, so... Oh, they got lights on the waterfall finally. Let me see if I can show you guys this. It kind of stopped raining for a little bit. So, let me see if I can kind of stay out of the rain and show you guys. Seems like this town does a lot of lights, decorations, and season decorations. Yeah, bro, la paloma en Cuba, eso es una candela, papi. The pigeon clubs in Cuba, they fight over the birds. They steal the birds. It's a really outdated hobby. It's very popular in Europe. But in Cuba, oh my gosh, this is so wet. This is not supposed to get wet. And it's like soaked. But I'll show you guys, we're already here, might as well show you. That's the Daniel Pratt Gin Factory right there. There's the waterfall. Looks beautiful in the rain. But we have got to find a covered porch, guys. We can't be out here in the rain. There's one of the fountains right there. I wish I could find a protected area. It's beautiful out here in the rain, but I don't know if my iPhone and my stabilizer are gonna... Look at how beautiful. I gotta take a screenshot here, guys. How beautiful. Wow. Give me a second here. Done. Save to photos. Look at how beautiful this is. Oh my. On a rainy night. I'm gonna do another screenshot here. Y'all just bear with me here. Done. Save to photos. What a beautiful... We drove too slowly and asked too many questions. Look at this, y'all. This is so beautiful on a rainy night. I'm just trying to keep my equipment from getting rained on. Let me see if I can just hide underneath this building and hopefully keep the rain off my equipment, because my stabilizer's totally wet. My iPhone's totally wet. Let me just try to dry it off real quick with my sweater. This stuff's not supposed to get wet. What a beautiful view from here. Oh my. This is so beautiful. I mean, this is Prattville, y'all. Absolutely stunning. I'm a Yankee too. Haha, yeah. Can't stand Yankee attitudes though. Never fit in with the entitled, judgmental, bully environment. You know, but Southern people are just as judgmental as Northern people. I'm so sick of this Yankee and just get over it, y'all. You know, like, that's the one thing that's already starting to aggravate me about Alabama. At first it didn't aggravate me, but I'm at the point where I'm just like, come on, dude, who cares? You know, somebody trying to explain to me why it's okay to be racist. It's like, dude, you're not going to explain to me why it's okay to be racist. I'm not into that. You know what I mean? Like, it's already starting to get on my nerves. You know what I mean? Like, the racism. Like, I thought I would be tolerant towards it. Because the thing is, those Elmore County views were really nice. It's beautiful up here, y'all. Elmore County, Alabama is beautiful. The people are friendly. The small town politics, I don't know how much of it I can handle. You know? Let me find a place where I'm not getting rained on. I don't really care about me as much as I care about my equipment. My equipment's really getting a beating here. Let me just see if I can find a place, a little covered roof or something. I know the views are beautiful, but this is harsh on my equipment. So yeah, I mean, like, at first it wasn't really... It seems like it's dry here. This is dry. And that's what you do. Ride around town. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Do laps around the town. That's what you do in a small town USA. Go downtown on a rainy night and just drive around town with your squatted truck. That's the South, y'all. You know what I mean? You need an umbrella. Yeah, I do have one in the car, but I'm holding... Hey, I do have an umbrella in the car. I didn't even think about grabbing it. There's an umbrella in the car, but I'm holding an umbrella and I'm also holding a selfie stick, which is kind of heavy. So I'll be holding two awkward things. It was raining heavily. She wanted to know if the fireworks were canceled. So, well, overall, you know, at first I was like, oh, it's not racist here at all or nothing like that. Because you see more mixed couples. Let me tell you something. Those people got a hard time. Those mixed couples here. There's a lot of them. You think with as many... Like, I think the South has as many positive things as negative things when it comes to race issues. You know, I think there's as much positive as negative. Like, on one side of the story, you see a lot more mixed couples. You see black people doing better economically. But it's not... I don't think it's like they're really racist. What they are is segregationalists. And that's on both sides of the line. That's not just white people. That's black and white. So what you have here is not so much racism, but separationist, which means they don't hate each other for the racist, but they don't believe that they should be mixed. And that may sound a little bit strange to you. If you're an outsider, you might be like, well, that's still racism, but it's not. So, I mean, I'm getting a better understanding of that situation now that I've been here a little bit longer. But I wouldn't call it racism. I would call it segregationalism. Or segregationist is really the right term for it, I believe. And it's on both sides. Just get this up, we're all wet. It's on both sides. It's like you got black people that believe that and you got white people that believe that. So, you know, black people, they don't want you to go into their neighborhoods. White people don't want black people in their neighborhoods. So, like in my neighborhood, mostly white. And a lot of people in that neighborhood don't want black people to come in. At night, for example, they're allowed to come in the day if they're doing business. And you can have black friends, but like then they're like, there's only so far you can go with. Like if you married a black person, then they would think you're an outcast. So it's more segregationalist, and it is very common here. I want to stay out of politics and racial politics in Alabama. In Florida, I talked a lot about those things. But here I'm going to really stay out of it because I'm a complete outsider to it here. You know what I mean? It's just none of my business really here. I didn't come here for that. I came here to work for whoever needs my services and to make a better life for me and my wife. And I'm an outsider, and so is Katie. Katie's a Yankee, is what they call her here, and I'm a Latino. So the best thing I can do is just shut up, work, mind my own business, and stay out of the race issues here. I'm not really gonna talk too much on that here in Alabama. We're gonna stay off that here because it's really like you're not gonna change people's minds. You're not gonna, and it's not like it's kind of like with your opinion here, it really isn't gonna make much of a difference. People, they're already set in their ways. You're not gonna change. Basically, like it's their belief system. It's like their religion. So when you try to tell somebody, you know, this isn't the way you should think, that's what they believe, and it's not just a personal opinion thing. It's a belief. It's kind of like a religious belief. So it's almost like you're preaching to somebody equality to them, and it almost feels like a religious thing to me. It seems like it's a belief. So it's not a conversation you should just be having with a stranger. It's just a bad conversation to have. And most people here, you're not going to change their minds because their experiences in life is what brought them to that decision. So what could I bring to the table as an outsider, other than just to tell them what I believe? And it's a bad conversation, really is. What I do like so far about Alabama is the milder weather and how it's actually enjoyable to work for people here. I feel that here, even though it's raining, the water looks pretty clear today. I don't know how well you guys can see in the dark, but the water is not too dirty, even though it's raining. I've really enjoyed working for people mostly. Working here is enjoyable. Wash my back real quick. It seems like working for people here is very enjoyable. People are more laid back. It's actually like in Florida, I felt like I wasn't enjoying working for people. Working in Florida felt like a burden. I was like, oh crap, I got to do this to make a living. We're here. I feel like I'm providing a service. People are happy to see you. They're happy. You know what I mean? Like, like I thought a lot of times, like you're prejudiced, like economically, you're prejudiced against a place. Like when I first moved out here, I was like, how am I ever gonna make a money in these woods? Like for me, making money, I'm thinking Montgomery. I'm thinking, downtown Prattville. I'm thinking those business centers. That's not where you make money. You make money. I've made more money out in the woods. That's where I've really been making money, is kind of out in the woods. So my perception of where I was going to make money was very inaccurate. What I thought was going to be, like I looked at the woods and was like, these little towns in the middle of nowhere, how am I going to make money here? Dude, that's where I'm making the money. So, like when you move, the way you judge a place, the way you judge the economy of a place, the way you judge, everything as far as, if you're moving to a place, you're going to study the economy of it somewhat. You should, because you want to know, am I going to be able to make a living here? Am I going to be able to prosper? Or, you're going to study the economy of the place to some degree, and, yeah, you're going to study the economy. And it seems like I was very wrong about rural places. Like, you can do really well in rural places. Like today, I've worked in three different sites, and all three sites were out in the woods in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, it's a very cool old car. I think it's judging by the grill, I think it's like a 40, maybe a 51 or a 52. It's definitely a little bit past. I don't know. Anybody know what this is? Somebody's project, yeah. Actually, it's not a project anymore. It's complete. But, like, I had this misconception that I wouldn't make money in these woods, out in those sticks. And that's where I'm making most of my money. So, as you move somewhere different, your judgment of what you think is going to be good and bad could be totally off. Like, you could think something's horrible. Like, I never imagined there'd be so much money to be made out in the middle of on a field, basically. It's a Ford. It's a Ford. Very sweet. I always check the make and model of cars, registration stocks. Yeah, that's a sweet ride, man. You got this nice little Corvette, and then you got this Ford. That thing is sweet. And they got like a... that thing is sweet, man. Sweet ride, y'all. So anyways, as you move somewhere that's different, to a different region of the country, I think your perception of what could work and what couldn't is actually very inaccurate. Like, I really judged this place wrong. Like, if I were to look at it again, like moving again, I would have wanted to be a little bit further out into the woods, actually, because it seems like the further out you go, the more money I'm making. The less services there are, the more people need stuff done. Like, I just found it weird how, like, the last few jobs I've done have just been in 3, 4, 5, 6 jobs I've done. Tomorrow I'm finally hopping back into town. Or not tomorrow, tomorrow Sunday. Monday I'm hopping back into town, doing a job in town. But I've done a lot of jobs just out in the middle of the sticks, man. I did one job in the middle of a field, so it's definitely not like I would drive by. Like, if you're from the city, you drive by a field and you're like, there's no money to be made out in this middle of this field, No, there's a lot of money in that field. You just don't know how to make it. You don't know how it moves, You just don't know how the money moves. So, yeah, there's money to be made in the middle of a field. There's a lot of money made in the middle of fields out here. It's just, you wouldn't know if you wouldn't know, I smell something interesting in the air. I think this is the police station here. I think those are police. I think this is a police station. I think it is a police station. I'm not sure. They got cameras. Yep. Definitely the police station. I smell something interesting in the air. Maybe something from Jamaica or Colombia. I'm not sure. Are there any Mexicans and Hondurans? Oh, yeah. Lots of Mexicans, lots of Hondurans. In fact, the town that I live in, Millbrook, there's a Mexican neighborhood. There's actual, but it seems like it looks like it was a Mexican neighborhood. It's starting to become white. Not most, but I would say 30% of the construction labor force here is either Mexican, Honduran, or Guatemalan. I've yet to meet a Cuban. That's the sad part. I have a neighbor that's descendants. They're like, they come from Cubans, but they're not Cubans, so that's it. That's the historic center of Prattville. We've been walking around the back of it. I like it here. It's nice. It's really nice. I guess this is the police station right here. So there's several artesian wells here in Prattville where water comes out of the ground and you can drink it. I drank the water out of my backyard and I didn't get too sick, so it wasn't too bad. Next time I'll boil it. But I was thinking, instead of buying bottled water, I can just grab the water from my backyard and boil it. Run it through a filter or something. I can actually drink the water. It actually tastes really good. Maybe I could have it tested somewhere before I start drinking it. Make sure it doesn't have goat poop in it or something. I don't know. But yeah, I think this is the police station. Either way. There's cameras everywhere in all directions. Yeah, this thing's got cameras in every single direction. I drank it, yep. So like I said, I love what I've done with my life now. My happiness has increased. I didn't even know it was possible to be this happy. The winter will be something left to determine. We'll find out how harsh the winter is. Again, coming from Florida, we are anti-cold people, so but I like wearing a sweater. I spent a lot of time in Georgia in the winter, and I really enjoyed it, actually. Like, every time Katie and I would go to Georgia in the winter, we would work a lot. I mean, basically, we were in Georgia 10 to 15 weeks of the year working. For the weekend, we would have to drive a trailer from Florida to Georgia, and that was 10, 15, 20 weeks a year. Most of it was in North Florida, but a lot of it was in Georgia, sometimes the Carolinas, when we were doing that job. And basically, every time we went into Georgia, it was like, wow, it feels so nice to wear a sweater. It feels so tranquil, and you know what I mean? So I think we fell in love with Georgia, but I just didn't see... I liked Kingsland, St. Mary's, but I just couldn't see myself thriving there economically. And when I first came to Alabama, we were looking for 9-to-5 jobs. And now we're like, I'm not doing 9 to 5. Like, I was okay with, I wanted change in my life so bad that I told myself, if I have to end up working at a Burger King drive-thru and that's how we're gonna live, I wanted to change that bad. So I was kind of narrow-minded when I first came here. If I could go back and do things a little bit different, what I would have done is I would have, instead of buying that SUV, I would have bought maybe a small Bobcat. But we did what we did. I would have maybe ended up in the middle of further into the woods. I could have done a few things better, but there's nothing saying we can't do those things in the future, you know? We did what we needed to do. I didn't imagine that this level of happiness was even possible, you know? I work harder than I've been working really hard here in Alabama. It's 71 degrees here in Mobile with light breeze, and I'm wearing a jacket. It feels so nice to be able to do that. I could live with low 40s, wear shorts in the 40s. During the day, it's 50s and 60s in the winter, yup. 30s as low as unless there's a massive storm, yup. Low 40s maybe. What's the coldest it gets in Alabama? I think, North Alabama gets colder. Alabama has, like, along the Gulf Coast, it's a lot warmer. When you get close to Tennessee, it gets frigid, you know? People in there doing some type of thing in there. Okay, there's some type of party going on there. Not sure what is that, a gym or something? I'm not sure what it is. It's a fitness place, but there's a little bit more than just fitness going on there. They're just having a good time. Let's keep it moving. You know, support local business. That's a very popular thing. You know, popular thing here is supporting small business. All right, we're just a little bit over an hour in this live stream. We filled 60 people. By the way, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And I guess it's a dance studio. Yeah, they're having a lot of fun in there. There's more than dancing going on there. I can tell you that much. Seems like a very fun dance studio at that. Make sure you hit the like button. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if there's somebody that you can recommend our channel to who would enjoy it, please do. We're growing tremendously now. I changed the name to Southern Life. And I think since I did that, our channel's kind of exploded again. I think the Southern Hood Blogs name really wasn't getting subscribers' attention. It wasn't the right branding. Florida Hood Blogs was good. Southern Hood Blogs was a really bad name. But this Southern Life name is really getting our subscribers up again. So I've seen kind of a little explosion in subscribers. We're up to 16,000. And next thing I know, we're up to 16,200. So we've been picking up a lot of subscribers again. So I think the branding is very important. If you're making a YouTube channel, your name has to say it all. Like your YouTube name has to say whatever you're about. If you don't got that down, then please hit the like button. We only got 23 likes, y'all. There's 61 people watching. Only 23 have hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, y'all. No bad, but I had a tent. So I'm really enjoying my move. Like I said, I didn't even know this level of happiness was even possible. Like, I've just been so happy. I've enjoyed cold weather in Georgia, and I think I'll enjoy it here. We'll find out how brutal. I think the coldest we ever did, one time we slept on our truck bed when it was 32 degrees in St. Mary's, Georgia. Or no, was it Jessup? Might have been Jessup, Georgia. So I've done a few, and then when we used to work at night, too. So we've worked in some cold weather. When we went to South Carolina, it was in the, I think, 40s the whole time we were there. So we'll do all right, I think, with the cold weather. We'll find out for sure. I'll keep you guys posted on what I think once it gets cold. It's already getting spotty. It's already fall. And a lot of places we're driving through, like, not everywhere, but there's a few patches. You'll hit a few patches where it starts to get spotty, you know. There's a lot to learn still with the winter. I don't know if the economy here is seasonal. In Florida it is. I don't know if in the winter it's going to slow down or increase. We'll definitely find out here soon what the economy is going to do when it gets cold. So there's a lot left to learn and to appreciate. I'm going to ride back to town. I'm kind of feeling like crap today. My sleeping pattern hasn't improved. At first it did. I'm struggling to I don't know why I can't sleep as much. Sleeping has really been a hard one for me. And I'm really afraid to take medication because Open up, women. Open the car up, women. How's it been here? Quiet?
Quiet.
Anything interesting?
No.
Yeah, it's been pretty quiet. There's a lot going on at that little dance studio over there.
Yeah.
Yep. 76 degrees, allegedly 76. I'm pretty sure it's a lot cooler than that. Can't see if there's somebody coming or not. These Yukons, they messed up with these Yukons. There's blind spots on these things. There's really a massive blind spot.
Yeah.
Have you taken melatonin? Katie does. Just take some melatonin. I don't know if
I haven't taken it this week. I packed it in our go bag, but I haven't taken it out. So I've been sleeping horrible, like weird patterns. Basically, Jose's schedule.
I'm off. I'm off with my sleeping schedule. And waking up early in the mornings hasn't been helping. It's actually been aggravating it.
Yeah.
Because then, like, I slept most of the afternoon. And then I'm going to want to be up all night. So it's really, my schedule's really off. It's really off. I'm going to move out of the way. This car seems like he wants to just fly through here. Let me just park out of the way so he can fly along if he wants to. Seems like he just wants to fly along. Let him just fly along. What's good, brother?
Hey, they said you had a YouTube channel?
Yeah, I got my YouTuber, bro.
Alright, they want to know what it was.
Oh, it's called Southern Life, brother. We're live right now. Southern Life. Look it up. It's a yellow logo. Yellow light. Yeah, it's like yellow. It's called Southern Life. Where you do like a weekend stream. That's it right there, bro. You subscribe, man. And we're doing a live stream now. We got like 60 people watching, brother.
Alright, I appreciate it.
All right, man. Sweet ride, man. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. That thing is loud. Look at that thing.
That's cool.
Yeah, I saw a guy the other day. He had a that thing is sweet. Man, that sounds good. I had a guy the other day. He had a Yukon, and I swear to you, this guy had I guess he swapped the engine and transmission. He had you're a celebrity. Yeah, I mean everybody in town kind of knows I'm in town. And I'm trying to keep all my YouTube activity to Prattville because it's a little bit bigger of a city. I'm actually in Millbrook. I'm in a Millbrook address, and I'm not going to burn out the town where I live in. You know, I'm going to burn out Prattville. But, yeah, I like it here. Good people, you know, young kids out having a good time. People here just working, trying to live, man. I love this place. I've really enjoyed living here. I look forward to the winter. Actually, I look forward to the changing seasons. You don't get to see that in Florida.
Like, you're starting to see the leaves change now, and it's just gorgeous.
Yeah, like we're driving up by Deatsville today. It's like a few spots that have it more than others. I thought it was the cold weather that made the leaves change color, but apparently it's not the cold weather.
It's starting to pop out a little bit more in Wetumpka.
Wetumpka, yeah, it was beautiful in Wetumpka. It's going to get pretty here in the next few weeks. I'm going to have to do some rural drives to show you guys the spotting winter. The foliage, is that the right word?
Yes, foliage.
Foliage. I try to be civilized. Sometimes it doesn't work really well. But yeah, we'll give you guys some rural drives to show you guys. Alabama's not for everybody. It seemed like it's all right for us. I don't think it's for everybody. I really don't. It definitely takes some adjusting. I think every state is its own country, basically. You know what I mean? Like, because every state is so different, and some states are similar to others. Other states, like Alabama, got their own thing going on. Any other state that's kind of like Mississippi's got its own thing going on. Texas is its own thing. Texas is like its own country. California's like its own country. It's like every state has a different economy, a different situation going on. Some states are pretty much down the middle. I think like most of the western states are about the same. I'm gonna guess. Is there like one western state that just kind of stands out for being weird? California.
Colorado.
Colorado's kind of its own thing. Arizona is kind of desert.
Yeah.
Nevada's kind of, I don't like
Mexico.
New Mexico, yeah. It's like every state has its own thing going on. You know what I mean? Like, but we got 70 people on. All right, 71. Yeah. Make sure y'all hit the like button. That's awesome. Oh yeah, Georgia's nice. Let me talk to you guys about something. We got 72 people on here. Let's have this conversation. Does anybody watch Nick Johnson? Nick Johnson does the same thing I do. He's got 220,000 subscribers. Charlie Boo is very similar to my channel. Charlie Boo has 345,000 subscribers last time I checked. Charlie Boo's channel's been growing. Nick Johnson, the world according to Briggs, and me, I'm kind of way smaller than all of them. They're way bigger than me. Let me tell you something about Nick Johnson. I like his videos. They're very entertaining. But let me tell you something about Nick Johnson. I'm upset at Nick Johnson. He made a video. He published it this week. And by the way, I do watch his videos because they are very entertaining. The guy is entertaining. And, his top 10 list. Like, my top 10 video, like, my number one money-making video, I made a video. It's called The Top 10 Worst Places in Florida. And that's kind of like a Nick Johnson style video. That video made me $2,000. Okay? It's a video that I made in front of my computer. It took me probably 3 hours to make the video, and it's made me $2,000. Okay? If I did a top 10 worst places for every state, each video would make me $2,000. I'd make $100,000 making top 10 lists about things I have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay? And here's the problem with that. The problem is I wouldn't know what I'm talking about. Okay, Nick Johnson makes a lot of videos, and I think he just, one, I think he has no idea what he's talking about on a lot of these videos. And two, I think he purposely says wrong information to get comments out of people. For example, and he likes to pick on states people know little about. If there's a state nobody knows something about, then he'll exploit that. He'll make a comment like, for example, he made a video about the 50 best cities in every state. It seems like a very straightforward video. He said that the best city in Alabama, and he published this a few days ago, he said that the best city in Alabama was Valley, Alabama. He knows that's the wrong answer. He did that to anger people, to get comments, to get, he did that on purpose. He said the best city in Florida is Sarasota. I couldn't disagree more with that. He said it was affordable. Anyways, I totally disagree with that. But anyways, he said that Valley, Alabama, okay, this guy's name is Nick Johnson. He makes some very entertaining videos. I'll give him that. 220,000 subscribers. He's doing really well. He's got to be making serious bank. I mean, he's got to be making, with that many subscribers, he should be able to travel to every state and see it for himself. He shouldn't be making stuff. Ooh, you see that police car? A SWAT car? That's a full-on SWAT vehicle. So with that many, with as many subscribers as he's got, he should be able to travel the whole country, okay, and know firsthand what's really. He's very sarcastic. He curses a lot. I don't like that. But the guy's entertaining. I'll give him that. I watch his channel. That's the reason I'm telling you about his video, is because I watch his channel. But the problem with Nick Johnson is that I'm getting mad at him. He said Valley, Alabama is the best place in. That is probably, what do you think? The last place in Alabama I'd want to be?
Exactly.
If I had to pick between Valley, Alabama and Selma, I'd pick Selma. Because at least in Selma you have a church of chicken. You know what I mean? It's not a good place. I'm like, you have so much, as a YouTuber, you have so much responsibility. If you're doing videos, like the hashtag for his video was moving or relocating. You're doing a video that's supposed to help people relocate and help them move to different places, and you're going to sit there and give them wrong or bad information. Dude, you have a lot of responsibility. Thousands of people are watching your video right now thinking about moving, and you're giving them information that's wrong just so you can clickbait. You know what I mean? You have a lot of responsibility as a YouTuber. And I understand clickbaits. I use it to a small extent, especially on Facebook. But you don't clickbait people with wrong information. That's wrong. Somebody is going to see that video, and they're going to spend time and money in Valley, Alabama, and then they're going to think it's the best place in Alabama. So when they go there and say, wow, if this is the best place in Alabama, I'd hate to see the worst of it. So I'm actually might even make a response video to that. So anyways, I'm really upset at Nick Johnson. I think I like his videos. I watch his videos. That's why we're talking about him. But man, I think the clickbait with him has gotten totally out of control, and I think he's kind of lost touch with his subscribers. I mean, you have so much responsibility as a YouTuber. You can't just put information out there that's poisonous. You know what I mean? You have to have some type of moral conviction that, okay, there's 200,000 people watching me. These people are watching me. They're trusting me for information. So I have to give them information that's correct. So I don't know what you guys think. I agree with Jose, it's wrong. So anyways, Nick Johnson's last video, one of his recent videos, the best cities in every state. He said Valley, Alabama's best. Come on, dude. There's 1,000 cities in Alabama that are better. Auburn, Madison, Athens, Huntsville, Prattville, Millbrook. The entire Baldwin County may work for some people. It wouldn't work for me. I went to Baldwin County, Alabama, and it reminds me, that's the county that's next to the water. That's where the Gulf Shores and all that. I felt like I was back in Naples, Florida. I was like, oh, no, I can't do this again. I like the country life. I like Prattville. I like this area where I'm surrounded by country places, surrounded by country people. I love what I got going on here. Like, I like the country. Man, when I go up on today, I probably commuted 3 hours today between one town to the next. Country roads. I can do it all day. I love country roads. I love not dealing with traffic. This is perfect for me. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't imagine being stuck in another Florida traffic jam. Come back to Naples? I don't think so. No. I am not going back to Naples. Will I go back to Florida? I may go back to Florida. But if I go back to Florida, I'm going to end up in Dunellen. I'm going to end up maybe in Dunellen, let's say.
I will say this: we do have family in the Fort Myers and Naples.
We'll be
area.
back.
We will go and visit.
We'll be back to Naples a lot.
We're just not going to live there.
I'm not going to live there. You know, I'm not going back to Southwest Florida. You know, it's burnt out. We've explored every town. We've done everything there is to do there. It is time for a new adventure.
Yeah.
You know, I might do Ocala, Gainesville, Dunellen. That area there is a possibility for us in the future. But I think I'm falling in love with this little area here. No need to explain it, Jose. Yeah, I mean, no need to explain it. You know, a lot of people say, like, Jose, you're talking down on Florida. I'm like, no. I'm not talking down on Florida, okay? I'm explaining to you some serious stuff that you need to consider if you're moving to Florida. And if you live in Florida, these things should also concern you. I'm doing Florida a huge favor. One, by educating people about the reality. If you cannot handle criticism, the reality of what is wrong with the place where you live, you are in denial, my friend. Okay? It's just a comparison. If you can't handle criticism, you're in denial. If right now you drive a Ford and you can't look at a Chevy dealership, you might be in denial about Chevy being better. I'm just saying, I'm not talking down on Florida. I mean, like, I'm gonna make comparisons. Yeah, I'm gonna make comparisons, no doubt. People get so offended with my opinion about Florida, and they think I'm like on some anti-Florida crusade or something. I'm not. Okay, in fact, I've done more good for Florida than any realtor trying to sell houses, because the only thing they're trying to do is sell you a dream. At least I'm giving people a real, and I made videos about the best places to live in Florida. I've made videos that explain why I think Florida is one of the best states for some people. If you like golfing, if you like beaches, what could be better? It's not an anti-Florida crusade, okay? And then the same thing with Alabama. I'm telling you guys what I don't like about Alabama. There's a few things I don't like about Alabama. Now, if I start telling you guys the things I don't like about Alabama, does that mean I regret moving here? Absolutely not. Everything has pros and cons. You got things you like about a place. You got things you don't. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. So, every place you go to is going to have pros and cons. Just because all of a sudden I start talking about the things I don't like about Alabama doesn't mean I regret living here. And believe me, there's a lot of things about Alabama that I'm just like, I feel like beating somebody over the head with a pipe or something once in a while. There's some things about Alabama that are very frustrating. And I'll tell you what a few of those things are now. Fast food service is horrible here. Customer service can be horrible. Some people here don't give a crap about anything. There's a few things I don't like about Alabama. Does that mean does that mean I regret moving here because I'm talking about things I don't like? No. Absolutely not. Same thing goes with Florida. Just because there's things I don't like about Florida doesn't mean I'm like the Florida Antichrist or something. I don't know.
One thing I've noticed about Florida is even if it's bad, they want to sweep it under the rug like it doesn't
Well,
exist.
be quiet, women. That's what Nick Johnson does to. He's got this thing called Mappy.
Yeah.
And he treats Mappy worse than I treat you. Like, he treats Mappy like, he's got this little logo. It's called Mappy, which is like his channel, what's that called? Like a mascot, I guess. And Mappy's a woman. And he treats Mappy so bad. You can tell he's a real jerk in real life. Like, Mappy comes and starts talking. He's like, shut up, women. He treats Mappy so bad. The guy has really got character. I mean, like, his channel really is. He's got character. But come on, dude. You can't clickbait. Okay, I get it. At first, you're trying to grow your YouTube channel. But, dude, you got 200,000 subscribers. There's no reason for you to be clickbaiting anymore. Just make some good videos. There's no reason for you to continue clickbaiting. The guy's got to be making at least $7,000 a month, man. That's a decent salary. He lives in South Carolina. I think he lives in South Carolina. That is a crap load of money. Can you imagine living in South Carolina and making $7,000 a month YouTubing? The guy's got it made. What does he need a clickbait for anymore? And like, I don't want people to move to Alabama. That's the other thing. People are like, you're trying to convince people to move to Alabama. I'm like, actually, no, I don't want you to move to Alabama. I don't want Alabama to become Florida. I like it just the way it is. I wish this place wouldn't change one bit. You know what I mean? Like, I like Alabama just the way it is. I don't want a bunch of New Yorkers to move here. And I know there's a lot of New Yorkers watching me. Don't take offense to that. We got some people watching from upstate New York right now. A lot of you guys. I ain't got a problem with you. But you might be better off in Florida, to be honest. Because when you come down here, I'm from Florida. And I come to Alabama and I'm like, yo, what the crap is this? So if I, coming from Florida, which is one state over, think it's, I don't even know what the right word is. I need to find a word to describe the situation. Different? Yeah, it's not different. I don't want to say backwards because backwards has a negative you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say the word backwards because it's different. It's kind of small town. I don't know. We got to find the right term. We need to coin a term to describe the type of things that happen in Alabama. Southern might be a better term. Yeah. Southern might be better. I think Southern. Traditional, there we go. That's right. Yeah. Traditional is a little bit classy of a word to describe this. I don't know. We need to coin the proper term to describe the things that happen in Alabama. But anyways, if I'm coming from Florida and I think it's traditional, conservative, I don't want to say backwards. Backwards is probably not the right word. Backwards is too much of a word. Traditional is too light of a word to describe it. Atlanta, nice. I don't like Atlanta, to be honest. I used to like Atlanta. It's become so gentrified that I don't like it anymore. I don't like Atlanta. By the way, I made videos in Atlanta that I haven't published yet. I think
we're going to check out the north side of Atlanta.
I think the north side might be better. We've been doing the south side of Atlanta, and it's been like...
And the north side is where you got all the Cuban restaurants.
Yeah, the north side of Atlanta is really where it's at. We've been doing the south side. We gotta drive. We're coming from Alabama, so we gotta drive. We've been sticking to the south and the west side of Atlanta because...
Okay, someone has to ask me a couple questions. How do I like Alabama? Well, I really like Alabama.
Be quiet, women!
It's when they're asking me, not you.
Well, you be quiet, women. It's my channel. All right, just go.
I love Alabama. The weather is much more mild.
You can talk when ow! She hit me. I'm pressing charges.
Right.
You know what? I'm gonna
feel part of the town.
No, I'm driving you to the women's prison right now. You hit me. I'm just gonna drop you off at the women's prison. All right, go ahead, baby.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think I've answered it.
No, you didn't. I didn't even hear what you said. I was talking over you.
Okay, I love Alabama. It's very nice. The weather's more mild. The people are pretty friendly.
Katie, okay, let me address this. Katie thinks the people here are friendly. When they say bless your heart, they don't really care about your
No
heart.
one said bless my heart to me.
Okay, here's Katie. She's talking to like somebody here. I'm like, shut up. Say you're from Florida or Kentucky or something. Here's Katie today talking to somebody here in Alabama. Yeah, I'm a Yankee. I'm looking at her like, no, you're not. Shut up. I know she's been in Florida for 20 years. She's like, well, no, I only been in. Like, shut up. You're not a Yankee. Don't tell people you're a Yankee, Katie. You can't do that. Don't do that. Y'all tell Katie not to tell people she's from Michigan. You're gonna get our house egged, man. You're gonna get us in trouble. Like I'm just trying to look out for her. She thinks I'm trying to be a jerk, but I'm not trying to be a jerk. You really don't want to tell people you're from up north, and you're not. You've been in Florida long enough to where you're a Southern person now. You can't be telling people you're from Michigan. She really can't, y'all, because people here. Like I went to a cemetery the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh, everybody here's like a war veteran from the Civil War, and they weren't on the Union side. So, yeah, I mean, the people from up north came here and burned down the entire state, and that was, a few generations ago. That wasn't like a million years ago. Like, you tell people here you're from Michigan, and you're gonna get stoned. That's a real thing. I think Katie from Michigan is gonna have more trouble. Is gonna have more trouble than me as a Latino in Alabama. And it's like, just because they're friendly, like, so you might, but I'm from Michigan. They'll be like, oh, bless your heart, honey. There's nothing wrong with being a Yankee. Just because they say that, like, that doesn't mean they.
No one said that to me.
I've seen it like 5 times already.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. You've been like, I'm from Michigan. Like, oh, that's fine. It's all right to be a Yankee. Oh, no, it's not. Southern people are apparently friendly, but that doesn't mean when you walk, they're gonna be like, we had these stupid Yankees come over here picking up garbage today. You know what I mean? Like, that's a face value thing. You can't really take it as that. You know what I mean? Like, no. This is not 150 years ago. I'm telling you this. Okay? I went to a cemetery here, and like 80% of the people in the cemetery had Civil War veteran status. And I looked at the last names, and those last names, like, it's a small town. There's like 20 last names in my town, okay? And some of the names in the cemetery are my neighbors' last names and all that. So, like, dude, this is not 150 years ago. This is still relevant here to these people. It may not be relevant to you, but it's relevant to them. So you have to respect that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is Alabama. I came here for somewhere else. So I have to respect my opinion is irrelevant. Like, I'm coming from a different state. Whatever the culture is here, whatever history is here, I gotta shut up and just shut up. You know what I mean? Like, my opinion about this place is irrelevant. The history, if the black people and the white put up, I ain't here to get involved with this small town politics. I need to stay out of it and shut up because I ain't from here. That's the way I look at it. You know what I mean? This is the way people are here, and I'm just letting you know this is the way it is. Try it. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just letting you know this is the way this place works. You can respect it, or you can end up with some type of consequence. I don't want to know what the consequence is, so I'm just going to shut up about history and racial issues here and just shut up about it. You know, Alabama's the place where, like, nobody's going to hurt you here. I've lost like 20 people.
One of our subscribers says, I want Katie's view.
Katie's view is irrelevant because she's too naive to even understand things. Like, she's having a conversation with somebody today, and she's like, well, I'm a Yankee from Michigan. And I'm sitting there like, and the person's like, oh, that's so nice of you, sweetheart. That's great. And I'm looking at it from an outside perspective, like, these people are not, that's not cool. You know what I mean? Like, so a naive person, somebody like who doesn't really have like a more thinking capacity, may look at that like, oh, these people are really welcoming. No, they're not welcoming. Your ancestors came here and burned their houses. They're not happy about that. And you just have to look beyond face value. It takes a little bit. You got to dig a little bit deeper, basically, to really understand the South. Like, I thought the first month I got here, I had this place figured out. I'm like, oh, there's interracial people everywhere. Oh, it's great. I'm like, yeah, I've been here a little bit longer, and I can tell you that those interracial people are having a very hard time with. They have their society. They have their rules. Every society has different rules. Every society has different laws that you follow, and if you move somewhere, you follow the laws of the place. I got here yesterday, so I don't have the right to start making demands, and that's the thing you need to understand when you move somewhere. And that's what a lot of people like from the Northeast don't get. You know, if you move to the South, you move to the South. This is their territory. You need to shut up, enjoy your golf, and just stay out of the, don't play your politics here because...
Okay, we got a comment.
All right, what do you got?
Shout out for South Dakota, Jose. Can you give some words to live by? Just short and quick, man.
I don't know. Like, rules to the South?
No.
I'm running in...
Rules to live by.
Rules to live by. Okay, I'll give you guys some rules to live by. Number 1, mind your own business. If it does not pertain to you, none of your business. If your neighbors are growing marijuana next door, they're running a meth lab, it ain't none of your business. Because in life, you have a lot of battles that you need to fight, okay? You're going to have 20 battles to fight that are personal. You cannot start battles in life that do not pertain to you, okay? People today go out there and protest and they'll start conflicts. You're gonna have you should have 20 things in your own personal life. May it be an addiction, may it be more income, may it be your family life. You have a battle to fight at home. You got 20 different battles to fight in your personal life. You don't need to go fight a battle that's external to you. So mind your own business. I think that's a rule life that I go by. Like, here's my rules when I moved to Alabama, like the rules that I live by. Number 1, mind your own business. If there's a meth lab next door, it ain't none of my business. If my neighbors next door if a helicopter lands in my neighbor's yard and aliens get out, they're not my aliens. It ain't my business. That law, and I tell my neighbors, I'm like, I don't care what on earth you got going on. As long as it does not bother me directly, it ain't none of my business. Don't fight a battle that's not yours. You know what I mean? Like, if it doesn't exactly pertain to you, shut up and stay out of it. You know?
Brandon says, so
I'm worried
you'll probably
about...
see my taco again, LOL.
Awesome, y'all. Well, that's cool. No, you see some nice... like, people hate these, what are they called? Squatted trucks everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. It's a cultural thing. Like, I almost bought a squatted truck. I thought it was nice, but the thing was, the guy wouldn't drop the price on it. He wanted $13,000 for this thing. And it was worth $10,000. I would have paid $10,000. If the guy would have said $10,000, I'd have paid $10,000 for it, because it was really worth about $9,000 or $8,000. And if you want something, $1,200 is nothing. You make $1,200. So I wanted this truck, and the truck was in Columbus, Georgia. Well, actually Phoenix City on the other side. And I really wanted this truck, but the guy wanted $13,000. I get it. You spent $6,000 on the lift. The lift alone is worth $6,000, but you're not gonna get $13,000 because you put $20,000 into a car. That doesn't mean your car's not worth $20,000 more. It just means you made $20,000 worth of crap to your car. So I'm gonna show here for a little bit longer. Then we gotta roll up out here. I think it's still raining. It's still raining out here. It really is. Let's pull over here. And whatever questions you guys got, get them out of the way so we can wrap up this live stream. I don't want to go longer. I got a migraine like you wouldn't believe. I just want to go home and lay on the couch and just kind of hope I feel better. But that's a rule that I live by. Mind your own business. Like, the other rule that I live by, as far as like the way I handle myself, is I know this doesn't make a lot of sense, but just because somebody, sometimes some people, there's people that only... I help everybody. if I can, and I just do good. And that's hard because a lot of times people, like this neighbor or this person that I work with, they're not really going 100% for me. So why should I go 100%? Just do people good and keep it moving. You know what I mean? Do everybody good and just keep it moving. Help people when you can. Urban legends in that town. I haven't heard any urban legends yet. I'm sure there's a lot going on here. I really haven't really had a chance to mingle on a personal level. You get the usual UFOs. Like back in Florida, my friends that live out in the woods, they got the same. Like they got the same thing going on in Florida. Like, people in the countryside, there's actually jokes about it. If you watch comedians, all comedians have jokes about how people in the countryside have alien stories. And yeah, sure enough, everybody's got an alien story out here. It's the country, and in Florida, it's the same thing. One thing that I gotta adjust is my accent. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my accent. I think I'm trying to catch up with the southern accent, but everywhere I go, people are like, "You ain't really from around here," and I just can't nail down the local accent. I'm struggling. I can't pick it up. Like I thought. See, I've been able to pick up my accents before, but I really be yourself. The thing about being yourself is that I don't even know who I am anymore. What do you think, baby?
Just act like you do at home. It's not a big deal.
I don't. I have multiple personalities. Like for example, when I speak Spanish, it doesn't come natural. When I speak Spanish to a Cuban, I speak in Cuban Spanish. When I speak Cuban to a Mexican, I speak Mexican. Like, if I'm speaking to a Colombian, I might switch up my Spanish. And if I'm speaking to a Cuban, I switch up my Spanish. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to talk the same way with rich customers. I'm going to talk to a guy in a parking lot. You know what I mean? Like, we all have... So, like, I'm having an identity crisis where I don't even know how I speak anymore. Like, I don't even know what my... I don't know. I'm trying. I really am. What's up with this SUV pulling up next to us? This box truck. Watch out. Nothing strange. Just a working class person. Cool. Anyways, I'm struggling with my accent. I think I'm picking it up, but everybody's like, you're not picking it up at all. Like, everywhere I go, they're like, where's this guy from, you know? I feel like I'm not even getting a chance to try. Everybody knows I'm not from around here. And I'm drinking I got some Cookout, yo. That's what's up. At least they got good customer service. That's why they're packed. There's 100 fast food joints. Why is my black windshield running? How do I turn it off? I'm still getting familiar with this Yukon. Any haunted places in your area? I don't believe in that. I'm going to pass on that subject, AJ. Sorry, buddy. Why is the back windshield going? How do I turn it off, baby? Is it this button here? I pushed a button and I have no idea what it does. There's a button for the back windshield. I don't know why. Like, it's so annoying. You hear it's like screeching or whatever. Maybe this is it. That might be it. I don't know. I'm just getting used to this SUV. Headless horseman. All right. Is there misinformation everywhere and everyone? Maybe one day I'll do a video on my famous archaeology that I found. Delivered the false. Best my friend best. Jose doesn't believe in ghosts, and he said so in the major. Yeah, I don't believe in all that crap. I don't believe in any of that crap. Man, South Florida, Alabama. You will pick it up. So yeah, I'm struggling with the accent a lot. It's I thought I'd do better. I don't think I'm gonna pick up the accent here. I don't even like understand how it works. I think it's not even my accent. I think it's my all right, guys, we're not gonna talk about religion. Get off religion. Politics and religion are the two things we're not gonna discuss on this channel. So y'all get off that. We're not doing religion. Y'all get off it. We're even losing people. We're on 60 people. We have like 70 people. We gotta stay off that, y'all. Alright, so rules that I live by. Mind your own, we got that. We went through mind your own business. Just do good to people. And a lot of times that's hard because like you tell yourself, man, I'm hooking these people up with I'm helping these people, and I don't know if they're actually worth it. That's not your call to make. You help people, You do good to other people and just keep it moving. Man, when I look back in Florida, all the people that I did really good things for a lot of people, and how thankless they were. It makes you not want to do good things for people. But you know what? Just because other people are garbage doesn't mean you have to be garbage too. You know what I mean? Like, just because other people are garbage. I don't know if there's a lot of cases going on right now, but I will tell you this. I've seen people that look sick as crap, like coughing more than usual. I don't know. I'm not even, I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news. I do not watch the... I know cases are up right now because I know, but I don't watch the news. You know, a lot of times I do good things for people, and I'm like, why am I doing good things for these people? These people are, like, especially like now that I look back in Florida, like, I did so many good things for so many people. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, these people are never gonna appreciate what I've done for them. They really are just greedy, thankless people. You know what I mean? Like, they really are. I'm no need to elaborate into it, but I felt like I've done so many good things for so many people. This guy blocked our view of the restaurant with his giant box truck. I parked here so I could look at the Waffle House, and he parked his box truck in the way.
He doesn't know you're filming.
I'm going to go over there and fight with him.
No.
I'm going to go fight. I'm going to start a fight. I don't need a woman to control my life. Ow!
You're not going anywhere.
Hit me again. I'm going to put you in the woman's prison.
Dude, it's better that I grab you and keep you from doing dumb
they're gonna
stuff
put you
than
in,
getting in trouble.
No, they're going to put you in the women's prison where you belong. I drove by the women's prison today. You saw
Jose, I'm more likely to go to county for domestic abuse than...
No, they're going to put you in the women's prison. By the way, I drive by the prisons here in Alabama, and I'm like, ooh, man, you don't want to be in that sucker. Oh, I drove, like, the prisons here, they're like barracks, man. Like, oh my gosh. I mean, I've seen prisons in Florida, a lot of... Let me pull up where you can actually see into the Waffle House, man. This SUV. Like, in prisons in Florida, it look like brand new high schools.
Yeah.
I drove by these prisons here in Alabama, and I was like, I'm going to think about it twice next time I do something stupid. I'm going to think about it twice. I seen them prisons here in Alabama. I was just like, man, that does not look appetizing. These prisons here in Alabama. It's actually pretty packed in there. Aren't those the kids that were over there? I feel bad for the one kid that... Remember the incident that I had?
When?
When the kid that messed with me and I don't know. It might have just been some stupid young kids, but I mean, you can't do that to people. Let me show you guys one thing before we leave, y'all. Imagine being in prison. Oh no. What's wrong?
I just realized there's a coin laundry there, and I went across the street.
Yeah, there's a coin laundry. Let me just show you guys something that blows my mind about Alabama. This is the hardware store. They have a side door over there. Right now, there's a gate because it's at night, right? So they close the gate at night. But in the daytime, that gate is open. This is the main door, and then you have a side door. In Florida, do you see that side door? They open that side door. Over there's a side door. And they open that side door, and there's no employees there. In Florida, if they did that, they would steal everything in that store. Here in Alabama, like, I guess it's very odd because, like, people say, like, technically there's more crime in Alabama than in Florida, right? But then again, like, what is that? Like, see that right there? That's a heavy piece of equipment. Somebody will still steal that in Florida because it's not tied down. Yes, it's heavy, but it's not tied down. I don't know. Like, it's weird how in Florida, even though supposedly there's more crime in Alabama, people are more relaxed about crime here than they are in Florida. Like, especially businesses and stuff don't seem like they're that concerned with crime here. Like, they leave stuff outside. Like, these kayaks over. Let me see if this is tied down.
They're in a thing.
Yeah, they're in a thing. But you can still steal that. You can still steal that right there. Like, let me see if it's tied down. You see those kayaks there? It's behind a gate, but you can still steal that. You can steal that. Look, you can just park a pickup truck. You could park a pickup truck right up against that and steal it. Back in Florida, that would not fly. What do you think?
Yeah, that would not fly.
That wouldn't fly in Florida. So, like, it's weird because, okay, there's more crime in Alabama. However, even though there's technically more...
Strapped.
you can still unhook the strap from this side.
Yeah, true.
The straps they're only like the little plastic straps, and they're up against the chain link fence. So you would pull up a truck, take off the straps, pull it over, and boom, you can steal that in 2 seconds. You know, and if it's like raining, the cameras won't be able to see the license plate or something. You know, like what blows my mind about Alabama is, even though technically there's more crime in Alabama than Florida, people here don't seem as concerned with crime, I guess. Like, I was at that hardware store I just pulled up to a minute ago, and the guy left the car running. I'm like, dude, in Florida, that thing would, at least South Florida, people don't care. I guess they don't care because it's not their property, but if this was in Naples, Florida, where I used to live, and Naples is not a high crime place. Like, I don't get it. Like, it's so weird how to explain it. Like, Naples is not a high crime place, okay? But at the same time, there's a lot more junky people. So in Florida, those canoes would be gone. Like, honestly, those canoes would be so gone. All you have to do is pull the little strap off them, back a truck up. Here, watch out, baby. You'll look up, baby.
No.
Just playing. You know, I've heard like Alabama has weird conspiracy laws too, where like even talking about a crime is illegal. I'm not really sure, but anyways, it just blows my mind stuff like this, where like I've actually had a lot of people tell me like, Jose, I think there's a lot more drug addicts in Florida, but the drug addicts in Florida have a better economical situation. Here, you have more of a different type of drug addict. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around crime in Florida versus Alabama, because it's a totally different world. Like, this would not fly in Florida. A bunch of canoes in a place where you could just steal them. I don't get it. Like, I see stuff here in this parking lot specifically. I see stuff here that's like, oh my God, they're so careless. You know? I don't know. I guess here you have outlaws. That might be what it's about. Like in Florida, yeah, it might be something like that. Well, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. What I do know is that there's real outlaws here in Alabama. Like, there's police chases and like shootouts, and there's real outlaws here. Like in Florida, you have people that steal their low lives and stuff like that. You know, here you have like real outlaws. Like a guy actually might get into a shootout with the cops here, and drive off a cliff and then run into the woods for 3 days, and all that while being on the phone with his baby mom about why the child support money. Like, you have real thugs here, like real outlaws. Like, here you have people that are like in the mountain making moonshine, like while they're out on probation or something. Or, like a guy out in the mountain. You have real outlaws here. Like, 'cause I tune into the police radio here, and you hear stuff like, we got a police chase, and they're throwing bags out the windows, and they drove the car off a cliff and ran off into the woods. You know what I mean? And, so there's real outlaws here in Alabama. Where in Florida, you have more, they're criminals that commit more crimes in Florida. But, like, here, you might actually have somebody, like, pull a gun on you and try to rob you. Like, you have real outlaws here. Like, at times it feels like the Wild West. But it's not as pervasive as in Florida, where you have more individual thieves. I don't know how to explain it. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around it. All right, guys, I got a horrible migraine. I would stay on forever, but I want to cut this live stream short. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And I'm sorry that I've been so... I haven't been uploading a lot. I've been working so much. Today I've been working so much. You guys have no idea. I've been working. I got a lot of jobs. And I'm doing odd jobs, too, which in Florida I never took odd jobs, but here I'm taking them, because people can't find anybody to do anything around here. So it seems like, here's a guy willing to work. Help us, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm ending up doing a lot of odd jobs that I normally wouldn't do in Florida here. Y'all have a good night. I'm going to check out. Be good to everybody. And I'm going to go home and drink some water. That might be the problem. I feel really, really sick. So I'm going to check out. Y'all got this horrible migraine. Love you. Stay out of trouble. Thank you so much for coming on board and being able to share with us during the weekend. And I'm sorry I haven't been uploading as much. Like I said, I've been working so much that I don't even have time to edit videos anymore. I've just been working. Hey, Carol, welcome on board. We're checking out, though. Love you guys. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. and we'll keep you guys posted on our move. So far, everything's been brilliant, lovely, having a great time here in Alabama, meeting people. All good so far. Y'all stay